Welcome to Farm Fun in France with me, Stu. So today's another beautiful day, as you can see, and we'll have a look at Ted, my tractor, and I'll show you on the back. Okay, so here we go. This is Ted. You've seen it before, Ted 20 or TED 20. It's a petrol little grey Fergie. So I haven't restored it fully. I've done a few little bits and pieces on it, put some oversized tyres on the front, which help. I've still got the originals, but yeah, put new exhaust on it. Still got a few little jobs to do on it, but today I'll be using the digger on it, and I put a little backhoe on there, which I managed to pick up quite cheap, actually half price, off an English guy who he bought it, did a couple of trenches, I believe, some drainage channel trenches, and that's literally all he did with it. And it was just literally the paint off the bucket. Other than that, it was like brand spanking new. He even had some foam on hydraulics here, so he even had foam on these and stored it in his garage. So it was literally like he came out of the showroom, just a couple of scratches on the bucket, that was it. But I've used it a lot. So yeah, you can put these on the back of the little grey Fergs. If you pull away too quick, a little wheelie, the front ones will definitely come off the ground because it is a heavy little beast, but for the size of it. But yeah, it's a little mini tractor pelly backhoe. They call them pellies over here, but backhoe. But yeah, it is a cracking little tool, and for the size of it, it puts out a lot of power, you know. I mean, for the amount of digging and stuff I've got to do, I think really, looking back, what I probably should have done was got an old JCB. That's what a lot of people do when they're doing some restoration stuff on old farm buildings and stuff. A big front bucket and a backhoe would have come in really handy. So later on, I'll probably maybe change a bigger tractor for a JCB with a bucket on the front and the backhoe. But this has been cracking. I mean, I've done a lot of work with this backhoe. I think it's made by Danelander, unless they're just the supplier. I don't know. I haven't even looked at them online, to be honest with you. I haven't even had to top the oil up since I got it. When it's sitting level, there's plenty of oil in there. Oil's gone a bit dark because I've given it a lot of use, but not got a single leak on it. Couples up with this homemade top piece going across just onto here. That's not ideal, but it's perfect. It does the job. And then a chain going down to the hydraulic pump there. It's basically a closed system. The hydraulics just go from here through the tank and then off through the controls here straight into your rams. You know, you get the rams here for your feet as well. So it's yeah, no, it works great. You know, this thing just stops it spinning. And then because the hydraulics on here, I mean, I don't know what these are supposed to lift, but it's not a lot. The hydraulics on here are not really that great. I've got to redo the hydraulics in here. That all needs stripping out and doing. I think it's just worn through age. I mean, the tractor's 1953, for God's sake, so you can't expect too much. Things get worn. Yeah, so yeah, it won't lift the weight of this on the hydraulics, that's for sure. So what I've done is when I lift the hydraulic legs up, it'll hang off the floor so I can move it about, literally with this sling which goes around a really strong support here. So that's how that is. I can't lift it with the hydraulics, but yeah, it does what I need to do on that front. Yeah, what else on that? Oh yeah, later on I need to get on here where the drive comes out, the PTO, power takeoff. I need to change this coupling out for a ratchet type, one where you can spin it one way, but it won't spin the other. And the reason for that is when I put the topper on, you know, for cutting the field there, when that's a bit long. I normally leave it grow this time of year for the farmer to get his hay bales off. I let one of the local farmers have the hay bales off that, and he gives me his wooden fencing posts. So yeah, I'll leave that grow now for the summer. You'll get a couple of cuts out of that, but just after winter I like to top it, cut it right down, and if I put the topper on and that spins up and you suddenly want to stop, the problem without a ratchet coupling on here is the momentum of the topper will actually then push your tractor forward, because all that power will come up through the gearbox on the topper, come straight through the shaft, and then it doesn't matter. Apparently, it doesn't matter if you put your foot on the brake; that thing's going to send you forward. So if you've got the ratchet coupling on there, what will happen then is it'll just spin won't put the power through the gearbox, sending you forward, which you don't want. But yeah, other than that, this is a great little bit of kit. I'll just fire it up so you can see it. I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you under it. There you go. So I've got a little red top battery on it. These are really good for tractors. I recommend these if you're into tractors, big or small. These are gel filled, loads of power in them. Recommend them. Really good. I disconnect it when it's not on there. This was a TV, apparently it used to start on petrol and then switch to paraffin, but the paraffin years ago in the 50s I think was a bit different to the paraffin that you get nowadays. So yeah, I've never run it on paraffin, I just run it on petrol. But what I do is I was talking to Bundy Bear, who is a tractor guy in Australia, and I said to him, now and again what I do is I pop, these are 2 tanks, this is 1 tank from there up and then another one there. What I do is I put a little drop of 2-stroke oil in the petrol, and yeah, you might get a puff of smoke out, but you know what, it doesn't matter. It lubricates everything, you know, your carburetor and all the gubbins and everything. I mean, even the petrol now, it's not got lead in like when this thing was new. You had lead in it, which was good for the valves and stuff, but now it's so refined, it's very clean, very dry. So yeah, a bit of 2-stroke oil in there. If you're into old tractors, put a bit of 2-stroke in your petrol, and yeah, you might get a little tiny bit of smoke, not a lot, but no more than a moped, put it that way. But yeah, it'll certainly lubricate your carburetor. You'll get less wear in your carb, less chance of things sticking, and it'll run just fine, you know. So as you can see, this is an old standard engine that they put in these, cast iron, whole thing cast iron, built to last. Back then everything was built to last, wasn't it? Probably over engineered in a lot of ways, you know. But I haven't had to do a lot to this really. I went and bought an alternator to change this, because this is a dynamo, or a generator as some people call them. I call them dynamos, that's all it is really, is a dynamo. And I think originally this was a 6-volt system. But yeah, I've got an alternator. At some point I'll probably put it on here, but for now it works. I'll just leave it for now. So I've got one ready to put on there. I need to weld this. I've got a little crack here, it's leaking a little bit there, but at the minute I'm busy using the tractor, so when I've got nothing better to do, I shall get on with that. I'll take that off and weld that up. Yeah, that's about it with it really. Yeah, I put some new tyres on the back a while ago, and these front ones were picked up off a guy with another diesel Fergie, which I'm still yet to do. But I'll fire it up anyway for you so you can have a quick listen, and I'll demonstrate the hydraulics. I won't talk at that point because I don't think you'll hear me. So let's have a look. So just turn the ignition on. Oops. Use the gear stick on these, you put them over there to start. Oil pressure, need your amps, ammeter. No, it's not. The temperature gauge is on me. Temperature gauge. Anyway, hydraulics, let me show you that. There you go, she's spinning round. Okay, and I'll just demonstrate that for you. And that's just on the thing ticking over. If I wanted to go quicker, I just increase the throttle a bit, you know, but yeah, all good. Look at that, eh? Starts better than a lot of new cars. 1950s technology, can't beat it. Eh? This thing will outlive me if I look after it, no problem. and the next generation probably as well. So you know, when people bought these, I don't know if they thought they'd last as long as they do, but yeah, you buy once and they last forever. All the parts readily available. Little grey Fergie. I got a diesel one in there, but I haven't. I'll do another video with that on. I'll pull that out and do another video with that. But yeah, she's a bit rough, the other one. And I need to get around to trying to fire that thing up. God knows, the guy said it weren't seized up, but yeah, you got a little toolbox on here as well, you know, a little toolbox on the side. Look at that, huh? How thick the metal is on this stuff. Love it. Old engineering, can't beat it. Yeah, so you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to work on this. It's simple, you know, simple, easy to service, easy to look after. I put a new clutch in this because it had been stood that long, the clutch had seized. I could not get it to free, and there was loads of meat on the clutch. It just seized, you know, they stick where the rivets are, and I tried everything, but I could not free it. So in the end, what I had to do was split it here. I split it here. No, I didn't. I split it here. Yeah, I split it here, sorry. Split it here, what's wrong with me, split it up there. And then basically, yeah, split it, and then basically took the tractor one way, one the other way, and that gave me excellent access into the flywheel and the clutch and everything. While I was in there, changed some seals, front and back, and yeah, it's been fine since, you know. The new clutches have got little holes where the rivets are, and that stops like a vacuum building up and causing a problem there on the seal front. But yeah, other than that, it's been perfect. I think I widened the track on the front there. You can see here they're bolted, so I just moved it out one bit on each side just to give it a little wider stance, because if you go on uneven ground, last thing you want to do is turn one over, especially with that roll thing on it. It'll just roll over and just crush you, you know. But yeah, there we go. Oh, Snuff's out. Let's go see him quick. Better give him a moment of glory, haven't we? The Snuffler. Louis, he's a good boy. Say hello. Hello, baby. Hello. Oh, you like a bit of sun. Oh, you like a bit of sun. Yes, he does. You a good boy now? Say hello. Yep. So he's out here having a bit of sunbathe. And I shall speak to you later. So, until then, bye.